guide today. We'll go through the old part of the city. We will see a lot of interesting things. You will see that this city tour, we will go through one street, Main Street of course, but not chronologically through history. To start the tour in Sarajevo is the entrance to the old city. This was the entrance in the period when the Ottomans came and when Sarajevo as a city was formed. This bridge isn't the oldest bridge in Sarajevo, but probably one of the most important ones. If you can repeat it after me, I will give you 10 km.
Oh, right, right.
It's also called the Mayor's Bridge. At this side stood a board at that time which said, "Welcome to Sarajevo. If you are here to trade something, just please continue forward. But if you are here to settle down, if you want to live in Sarajevo or are here to visit friends or relatives, please turn to the left, to the right." That meant actually go into the hills, into the mountains. That were the places where people used to live. No one lived in the city center. Because the city center, also called the Charshia, was the place where merchandises were sold. But you will see it later on, it wasn't a marketplace as you see marketplaces today. So you didn't have fruits or vegetable stands, but different streets where different handcrafts were. So you will see a street where only keys and locks were made, then a street where only carpets were sold, and so on. So you had a lot of streets and then connected by big squares where a fountain stood. We only have one of them left, but you will see them also.
This place is written up for its chirvapiki, those sausage hamburger-like thingies that come on skewers. Actually, they look like just hamburger rolls. That is what they look like. Probably chirvapiki. This is referred to as fast food street, Bosnian style.
Now you have seen the street that doesn't look original as it was before. You would never tell that this was the street where keys and locks were made. But you will see one of the streets that still stayed original from the period, the Ottoman period, depending on the architecture. That's the Coppersmith Street. You can still see how they made it and how they make it. A lot of the things you need to ask them if you want to buy something, if it's made here or if it's brought in from Turkey or from another country.
Or China.
Probably you have.
To recap, this is the Coppersmith Street. I wonder if they sell the typical blue beads. I could stock up on blue beads again to ward off evil. So some interesting bracelets and things. I could spend the afternoon looking. We're back in Pigeon Square.
Yeah. The main square of Bosnia-Herzegovina. Probably have seen are a lot of coffee pots.
Yes.
Drinking coffee is probably one of the biggest traditions in Bosnia. But then it's really different from the filtered coffee that everyone else has.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
It takes your blood pressure way up. But we have approximately 5 or 6 of them, 6 cups each day.
Really?
So if a neighbor comes by, make coffee. If your friend comes by, have coffee. All day long, and then we still go to bed quite early. I don't know how, but it's just a way. You cannot walk on flat ground. They took care of horses and not of people, but that's another story.